This Memorial Day weekend, I went to Barnstormers RC Raceway in Chester, New York to try and steal a trophy with my new team-associated E-Buggy. One entry cost me $45. With all kinds of problems in my first go-around, I was bumping my gums.
Dude, what the am I doing? Holy shit. Man, I can't see that dude. What a joke.
My first impressions of this raceway was that it was flatter and smaller compared to the 8th scale track I raced on last time. And as a newbie, this track is appealing because I get to spend less time in the air over big features and more time navigating things on all four wheels. I was lucky to have team-associated regional manager Vin Manchanda help me with my E-Buggy's setup on this track. When it came to tires, I used Proline S3 Convict. The hot temperature and dry track conditions meant running a soft compound tire would be the best bet. Our fast friend of the channel, Aydan Manchanda, ran 3 classes, E-Buggy, E-Truggy, and Nitro Buggy. He managed to TQ all 3. After a lunch break, we caught up with him to talk about his stellar qualifying runs and the track.
It's so much fun. It's got some hard sections to it, you know, a lot of bumps, but overall I'd say it's super fun and addictive. This dirt here is a little bit more gritty. It's medium in terms of tire wear. It tends to break apart a little bit, but there is a nice blue groove. It definitely team associated, got all my cars, JC running the reflexes, Nudger Pro for fuel, servos, batteries, Reedy, MBD Paints doing all my bodies. I got Ed Bridges, EB Mods doing my motors.
The old man.
Dude, give him a big shout out, man. He's been marshalling for me, which just saved me so much time. I wouldn't be able to run 3 classes without him. So he's awesome, just helping me prep, keeping me motivated, keeping me disciplined, getting all of it done. So yeah, I can't thank him enough.
While Aydan was looking over his cars for the A-Mains, it came down to the C-Main for me. The top 2 would earn the bump up to the B-Main in this 7-minute race. The pre-qualifying adjustments to my buggy made it much more smoother and predictable to drive, so I left the setup as is for the race. It was a clean start until first place turned it over and put me into second and the final bump-up spot. Coming up from the back of the pack was the hard charger Garrett Crescitelli in his Mugen MBX8, and he's just steamrolling the competition. He's on a mission today. His raw speed was A-Main worthy if it was not for some unfortunate breaks in qualifying. It did not take long for me to make my first mistake of the race, flipping it over on the mound in turn 3, giving up a position. And just like that, Garrett was on my bumper for 3rd. With second place still in reach, I found my line was too wide and conservative in turning areas, while Garrett zipped through those zones. It was only a matter of time before us two got tangled over the back jump. Even though there was no change in position after that incident, I knew Garrett wasn't going anywhere. And just like that, he was within a car length around the areas that I struggled in. Overall, too slow. My average lap was just over a second behind second place, and it was evident that I'm running out of options to hold off Garrett the Great in 4th. He sets up the pass, and there it is. Well done. A conservative line, a slow pace, and a choke job led to this overtake.
Oh no!
We pick it up a lap later. Garrett moved into second, and after a bad turn from 3rd place, I got that position back. But 1st and 2nd pulled away and ultimately got the bump up, ending my race day. But the day was not for nothing because I was on the edge of witnessing RC greatness. Aydan Manchanda needed this E-Buggy win to make it 3 victories in all 3 of his classes. 10 minutes were between him and history. After a strong start, Aydan got in trouble on lap 7 when he rolled it over, allowing the Yellow Wing Team Associated Factory Team teammate Brent Sinez to get by for the lead. By lap 9, the top 2 were pulling away, and Aydan reeled Brent back within striking distance. But then, thanks to some help from lap traffic, Brent got caught on the cushion, and Aydan reclaimed the lead. With the harsh sun beating down on the driver's stand after a full day of racing, this is when Aydan kicked it into another gear, guiding his E-Buggy through lap traffic and into clean air. Let's see that pass again. Looks like Aydan had a great landing. He then finessed that throttle to carry his speed around the technical areas because you can't just stab it down to get by the other racers. A little over halfway in, and Aydan separated himself from Brent in 2nd until a banged up lip of a jump sent his buggy nose first into the dirt. giving Brent the lead back again. In lap 15, the battle for first was on, but a lot of lap traffic stood in the way, perhaps slowing down the pace of the leaders and making them adjust their lines on the fly. And with these open-wheel RC cars packed close together, every maneuver meant there was no room for error. But then, just like the lap before, the gnarly jump struck again, taking Brent's buggy for a wild ride. Aydan managed to slide by for the lead, and this time for good. With Aydan's 3 TQs and 3 wins in E-Truck, Nitro Buggy, and E-Buggy, he's certainly one racer to keep your eye on. I may have been nowhere near the front of the field, but my improvements in this one were enough to give me confidence moving forward. Track owner Rohan Grant and race director Ro Mejia and crew organized a great event on a track that I can easily recommend to off-road RC racers of all skill levels. Until next time, for RRLRC, this is Cam Cullen signing off.